So, Kotub, you were speaking in one of the sessions this morning. Can you tell us a little bit about what you covered, please?
So the main thing that we covered is the challenges that the grid is facing with the rise of with the increased penetration of electric vehicles and the increased penetration of renewable energies into the grid. So at the moment, our grid is very linear. We have supply and demand, and in the linear distribution distribution system that we have, supply must always equal to demand. And as the energy supply becomes more complex with more and more renewables, and as the demand gets more complex with more penetration of electric vehicles, this becomes a challenge, and we're looking at how we can solve this intelligently.
Are utilities and automotive companies working together on V2G?
Well, we certainly are. So last month, in partnership with Nissan, we launched the first domestic, widely available V2G charger in the world. And so we are working closely with Nissan, and we are working closely with automotive companies to bring V2G to life. We can do much more, and I think that collaboration can be a bit easier, and there's more that both sides can do to make the process easier.
There are questions about the impact of V2G on EV battery life. Can you comment on that?
Yeah, so in the simple framework of understanding things, so lithium-ion batteries degrade, and they will degrade whatever happens. What causes the degradation, or what accelerates the battery degradation, are a certain number of factors. So, for example, elevated temperature, elevated states of charge, so how much charge you have in a battery, a swing in state of charge, so going from full all the way to empty, it's really bad for a battery. Really high currents are bad for batteries. So if you imagine your mobile phone, taking your mobile phone and leaving it on top of a hot radiator fully charged is really bad for a battery, right? So in that sense, and I mean, obviously charging and discharging battery is bad for a battery. So in that simple framework, if you say, oh, V2G, all it's doing is taking energy in and out of a battery, and therefore it's bad for a battery. That simplistic approach actually gives you the wrong answer. What we're proposing is an intelligent management of these things. So when you have a car that connects to a grid, our intelligent platform, which is called VCharge, asks itself, well, this car's just come in, it's linked in, it's at a high state of charge, say 95%, and it's a warm day. It's really uncomfortable. Well, let's discharge it to a more comfortable position. But in discharging, there is also an associated degradation. So it starts to optimize. It starts to say, oh, what's better? To stay where I am, so discharge. If it finds that discharging is better, it discharges. If it finds that no, actually discharging is going to cause me more degradation, it stays where it is. So intelligently managing batteries to do V2G can actually alleviate the problem of degradation and actually extend the life of a battery beyond a case where there is no V2G.